Dear learners, now let's understand our next selective inventory control method, which is XYZ analysis. Now, this is one of the widely used analysis like ABC analysis, and this is one of the most famous analysis in the industry today. So there are very few selective inventory control methods used in a company based on their nature of business, and XYZ is one of them, which is widely used across the industry. So let's understand what is the XYZ analysis. Now, as we know, every analysis has some criteria or logic to categorize the products or to categorize the items. Now, similarly, for XYZ analysis, the logic used to categorize the products is the demand pattern of the products. Now, here we will see in this Excel sheet, first of all, what is raw data that we want. The raw data which we need is basically product or product code or item number or SKU number, which is referred in the company. Then we need last 12 months data, which is in our raw file. So here if you consider, let's say if we assume that we are in the month of June 2023, then we have taken last 12 months demand data, or some people may consider it as a sales data or even usage data. So this data depends on company to company which they would like to take in the analysis. So here we have considered last 12 months data from June 2022 till May 2023. Now this is what the demand for this product in monthly bucket. Now this is the only raw data that we need in the XYZ analysis. Now, as we have seen that there is a logic which is demand pattern, which is used to see which product is X, which product is Y, and which product is Z. Now, as far as the XYZ analysis is concerned, X products are those products whose demand is quite stable in the studied period. Then Y products are those products whose demand is little unstable, and Z products are those products whose demand is too much unstable. So to see the stability of demand, what we need is basically a coefficient of variance. Now, how to calculate the coefficient of variance? So this is simply done in the column N. Now here you will see the formula, which is basically standard deviation of demand. That means this formula is STDEV, and it takes sales from B2 to M2 divided by average of that particular demand. That means average of the sales from B2 to M2. So this gives us a coefficient of variance, and this is actually indicating the XYZ logic for entire portfolio. Now what is coefficient of variance? You can definitely go and see that it is in actually a statistical formula, but in our language, let's understand, if the coefficient of variance is low, that means the demand is more stable. But if coefficient of variance is on a higher side, that means demand is unstable. So here on right side, you will see that you will have to give an input for understanding X, Y, and Z products. So input that I have given is any product whose coefficient of variance is less than or equal to 45%, that should be X product. Then from 45% to 75%, if any product falls, then it should be Y category product, and anything above 75% is basically Z category of the product line. Now here you can change your coefficient of variance limit, and you can do your planning according to your business need. Now on the column O, you can see the XYZ class is automatically populated based on the formulas or based on the logics that we have set. And that's why X categories, in X category you will see very few items, which are around 1500 items out of total 16,000 product lines. So that means it is just 10% of your entire inventory portfolio. So you can simply say that 9 to 10% of your products are having a stable demand. Now after that, from 45% to 75%, you will see around 2300 products are falling into that. But in Z category, that means unstable demand is for many parts. That means more than 70% of your products are basically in Z category. Now if I change this limit, then the numbers will definitely change, and that's what you have to do based on your business requirement and your business need. So here if I consider 60% in X category, then it increases my order number count for the items. Now I will just put it as it is, which was to 45%, and let's see. So this is the entire result of XYZ analysis. So here it is populating all X, Y and Z category of the products in your Excel template. Now simply it will tell you that X category products are those products whose demand is very much stable. Now let's take any simple example of any product whose coefficient of variance is, let's say, 10%. So if you see the demand for this product, it is quite stable, and on an average 950 or 960 parts are consumed every month or sold every month. So demand is quite stable. Now if I change any demand in that data, let's say I have just put a spike demand of 11,000 quantity for the Feb 2023, then the category of this product would also change. So you will see, this is becoming now Z category of product. So this will give you an overview that this is a stable or unstable demand of the particular products. And if it is stable demand, you can confidently keep higher safety stocks. But if the demand is unstable, you have to put more efforts to gather more insights, like how much safety stock should be kept or what action should be taken for those products. On the other side, let's consider any product whose coefficient of variance is very high. So we'll consider this product whose coefficient of variance is very high. So you will see the demand is not really consistent. Okay, in any of the month the demand is coming, and for such products you will definitely not go for keeping a safety stock or keeping some products in your stock. Or for such products you will not actually give major attention in inventory control or inventory planning, and such products are rarely used in the business, and that's why these products are falling into Z category. So that was all about XYZ analysis, and in next lesson we will see the combination of ABC and XYZ analysis.